Dear friends, we have the presence of Shri V. Ramesh, President, All India Insurance Employees Association. AIA is having more than 90% of the membership in the LIC of India amongst the employees. All India Insurance Employees Association is clearly opposing the initial public offer of Life Insurance Corporation of India, which is going to be there in a short period. Now, we'll take some of the questions with Sri V. Ramesh. We came to know that All India Insurance Employees Association is vehemently opposing the IPO of LIC of India, but the entire country is waiting for it. What do you say?
I don't think that the entire country is waiting for the IPO of Life Insurance Corporation of India, that is LIC. Maybe 5 individuals who wanted to decimate Life Insurance Corporation of India, they wanted this LIC's listing. We do not accept this listing of Life Insurance Corporation of India. In fact, All India Insurance Employees Association is against the privatization of public sector as such, because we feel that listing of Life Insurance Corporation of India is the beginning of weakening the public sector, and ultimately we are going to privatize this Life Insurance Corporation of India. We means the government is intending to privatize the Life Insurance Corporation of India. We do not accept this, and we are going to fight against this proposal of the government at any cost.
Sir, actually, IPO is going to help the entire retail investors, because they'll have a lot of chance to invest their money into a biggest company called Life Insurance Corporation of India. That is how the entire country is looking at. What do you say?
Naturally, the investors wanted to hop up the whole profit which is being generated by the Life Insurance Corporation of India. Today, the profit or surplus, what we call in LIC, is distributed among the policyholders, that is around 95%, and 5% dividend is given to the Government of India. And we do not want the private investors to come and take these profits along with them. When the profit is being distributed among the policyholders, and this generation of money is distributed and being invested in infrastructure development of the country, we do not accept that this profit should be pocketed by few individuals who are investing in the stock market. And we do not accept this, and it is not correct, and it's a preposterous idea to give this profit to the few investors. We do not accept this. It's not going to be healthy for the country.
Sir, actually, in India, public sectors like State Bank of India, BPCL, they are also divested, and there are so many investors into this type of companies. Why LIC should not be divested?
As told, All India Insurance Employees Association is opposed to any public sector divestment or privatization of any public sector, be it railways, be it bank, be it defense, or any oil, whatever, coal, steel. We are against the disinvestment for public sector. Why? Why? Because public sector companies belong to the people of this country. It does not belong to the few individuals or few managing directors. When the whole company belongs to the public, we do not want the listing of any public sector company. And secondly, listing the Life Insurance Corporation of India is nothing but handing over the people's savings to these few individuals. What LIC does? LIC mobilizes the savings of the people. For example, today 30 crore policyholders are there with Life Insurance Corporation of India. They are saving their money in Life Insurance Corporation of India, so that this money can be mobilized and invested in the infrastructure development. And when this money is invested by 30 crore people of policyholders in this country, why you wanted to hand over this money to private investors by disinvesting the Life Insurance Corporation of India? I feel that the disinvestment idea of the government is totally absurd and ridiculous. I don't feel that it is necessary to privatize the Life Insurance Corporation of India by starting the disinvestment in the beginning by 5 or 10%, whatever the share they wanted to. As far as we are concerned, listing of the Life Insurance Corporation of India is nothing but bringing few shareholders into Life Insurance Corporation of India and sharing the profit or surplus which been generated by the Life Insurance Corporation of India till now. For example, the Life Insurance Corporation of India is paying a dividend of rupees 2,600 crores we have paid for the last year. And if you take right from the inception till today, the Life Insurance Corporation of India has paid a dividend of 26,000 crores to the Government of India for their initial investment of 5 crores in 1956 when the LIC was nationalized, and secondly, when the nationalization has taken place, after nationalization till today, apart from paying the dividend of 5% to the government, LIC is paying 95% of its profits or surplus generated by the corporation among the policyholders. So today, whatever the profit and surplus generated by the Life Insurance Corporation of India, it is distributed among 5% to government and 95% to the policyholders. And we do not want this share to be distributed among other investors who are going to come and purchase, if at all the Life Insurance Corporation of India is going to be disinvested in the coming days.
Yeah, sir, of course, a lot of profits might have been paid to the policyholders, but the real value of any company is known unless it is listed in the stock exchange of the country. What do you say?
What is the real value of your company? Real value will be, for example, what you can value, how you can value the trust generated by the Life Insurance Corporation of India. Can you ever evaluate your trust, your faith in the Life Insurance Corporation of India? I don't think so. Valuation is correct. And when you evaluate, you wanted to know the value of your company when you wanted to privatize or disinvest. For example, you are owning a house. If you wanted to sell your house, then only you start valuating. For example, you must have purchased a house for say 10 lakhs 10 years or 15 years back. And what is the value of that house? As far as I am concerned, it is 10 lakhs. When I purchase, it continues to be 10 lakhs. But when I wanted to sell this house, then I'll say what is the valuation of today's valuation. So exactly the valuation, the real valuation is going to, the real value will always be there. But this real value will come when you wanted to weaken the particular institution or the corporation. Here the government is attempting to weaken. Therefore they say we wanted to know the real value of the Life Insurance Corporation of India. Again, it is something very bad understanding and economics of the government of India.
But government of India as well as economic experts say that only 5 to 10% of LIC is going to be divested. In that case, LIC will not have that much effect on their public sector nature. In such case, why a union like yours must oppose it?
This is another argument put forth by the government of India and few economists. It is not the question when the government is owning 100%, why do you want to disinvest is one question, number one. 5 or 10%, whatever the disinvestment takes place, it starts with disinvestment will never take in whole hog. Nobody can purchase the whole of LIC today. So the disinvestment will begin with 5 or 10%. Ultimately, they are going towards, they will further disinvest. That's what we have seen, whether you talk about banking sector today, or you talk about any other public sector which started oil, coal, whatever, they start with 5-10%, go on disinvesting further shares year after year, and they say we are only disinvesting and 40% and 50% you are the owner of the company. This is something, a wrong argument, and trying to hoodwink the people and say that this is still public sector. 5 or 10% disinvestment is disinvestment, meaning that once you have allowed somebody to enter into your house, you don't have the ownership of your house as you are having today. We wanted this ownership is of the people today. The policy holders are the owners of this. Already the policy holders, the people are the owners of this Life Insurance Corporation of India. Why you want to disinvest? My question is, if somebody wanted to invest in Life Insurance Corporation of India to take their profit, as I told earlier, my argument is, already 95% of the profit generated by the Life Insurance Corporation of India is distributed among the policyholders. Let them come and take the policy with the Life Insurance Corporation of India and take huge chunk of profit along with them. Why you wanted this 5 or 10%? This is something again obnoxious, and this argument is preposterous, and it is not. It's only trying to tell the people the untruth, and perhaps we would have appreciated had the government had told before the elections, whichever the political party, they should have come out very clearly that we are going to sell LIC, we are going to sell railways, we are going to sell defense, we are going to sell every public sector. Then they should have come to the power. They don't say before election, but after election they start saying all this or they start articulating these things, and it's not correct. I don't think so. People should believe the arguments placed by the government in this regard of 5 to 10% to start with, and it remains to be the public sector. It is not a right argument. Once you are privatized, you are privatized. 5, 10, 15, 20, whatever. Disinvestment. You are not part of that. Shareholders are there and you are also responsible for them.
Sir, one more, maybe it's a blame. LIC of India is being used to bail out the sick industries like latest being IDBI, earlier Satyam Computers and all. Had they not used LIC as a tool to bail out such companies, LIC would have earned more profits and distributed profits to the policyholders. What do you say on this?
I do not accept this. Yes, certainly LIC has invested in these companies. But at the same time, we must understand that LIC is a contrarian investor. Meaning that when stock markets are down, we are going to, the LIC will purchase the shares in the market. And whether you call UTI or you call it Satyam earlier or you call it today IDBI, whatever you say, the proposals have come and they were having the shares in these companies. When these companies were put on sale, the Life Insurance Corporation of India has invested in that. Because you see, for every year, the Life Insurance Corporation of India will invest around 60 to 80,000 crores of money in the equity market. And when this amount is invested, we feel that in the future, in the long run, we will get a profit out of it. That's what, when you look at Satyam or UTI, or if you are looking at IDBI, today they are profit-making companies. And one important thing which we must understand is that LIC is not a short-term investor. Whenever LIC invests, it invests for the long period. When we generate the savings, when we invest in this company for a long period, naturally the profits will be there. Maybe today when you look on the day when it has been put to sale, we've been criticized that LIC is taking it's a loss making. I don't think so. For example, today LIC in the first quarter, the chairman went on record saying that 10,000 crores of rupees are the profit through the equity market investment. Therefore, we do not accept this argument, and it is not correct also to say that LIC is investing in a bad company, number one. Number two, having taken the interest in that particular company by investing, all these companies today made a turnaround and they've been profit oriented. Definitely this profit which we are going to get in the future, and already we got in the future also, this will be distributed among the policyholders and is also given dividend to the government of India.
Sir, at the same time, I'd like to ask you a question. A listed company or a private company will be working with more efficiency and accountability and transparency when compared to public sectors like Life Insurance Corporation of India. What do you say, sir?
This is also the argument which we don't buy, because today the brand of the Life Insurance Corporation of India is something huge. Today LIC is a brand in India, or maybe across the world too. When you talk about this brand value is generated not just, it cannot be purchased in the market. The work which you have done, the service which you have rendered to the policyholders has given you this name of a brand value. So already LIC is doing extraordinary job, and it is the best financial institution in the country, and perhaps one of the best corporations across the world when you look at. So therefore we do not accept that this efficient functioning will be only when it is been divested. It's not correct. LIC is servicing around 42 crores of people, including the group insurance, and our claim settlement is extraordinary, more than 99.8 to 99.9%. We also wanted to reach that 100% mark, but as you are aware that some litigations, because where policyholders may not be available, they would have shifted some places, or some litigations would have come from the nominees and others. So these claims would not have been settled, but otherwise LIC is doing an extraordinary job. And when we win the awards for last so many years, we are the best brand in the country, best LIC insurance company in this country. Naturally, this does not come without servicing, number one. Number two, as far as transparency and accountability is concerned, what transparency require? Whenever LIC invests, it has been informed to the SEBI what are the investment of LIC. And thirdly, LIC has come into being by an act of parliament. So the accountability is there from that. We have to give our accounts to the parliament of this country, which has been scrutinized by the people, because the representatives of the people are there sitting in the parliament. They are scrutinizing the accounts and they are saying how LIC is working. Number two, every 3 months we have to give our accounts and where our investments are according to IRDA Act. What they are the regulators. We have to show how much money we have invested, where we have invested. We have to tell in IRDA, we have to tell the SEBI, and we have to place the accounts in the parliament. What better accountability and transparency you require? I don't think so. Any private companies are doing all those things. They have been putting their accounts to the shareholders, and they are getting their accounts approved. And here the scrutiny is done by the people of this country. And I don't think so. This is again maligning the Life Insurance Corporation of India and public sector. This is not an argument we do not accept, and we appeal to the people. This argument is not purchased.
Purportedly, the government of India intends to go with without amending the Life Insurance Act with a ordinance. In such case, how the things are going to be there, and what will be the reaction from your organization called Life Insurance Corporation, All India Insurance Employees Association?
It is unfortunate today that the government of India says that they are going ahead with the listing of Life Insurance Corporation of India when the whole nation is suffering with this pandemic of COVID. And LIC has done extraordinary work, and LIC has contributed around 105 crores of rupees to the PM CARES Fund. That's what been the information. And unfortunately today PM CARES Fund is in so many discussion, and do not want to go into that aspect.
Now the government of India intends to go with ordinance instead of amending the LIC Act to divest the shares of LIC into the market. In such case, what will be the situation in the country? At the same time, what will be the reaction from your trade union?
LIC has come into being through an act of parliament in 1956. And if a democratically elected government, where the democracy and parliamentary democracy is at the, we are as a country we accept it. We feel that if at all it's a democratic way. 5 to 10% disinvestment without putting a discussion in the parliament what the government has done is undemocratic. And if they wanted to do, they have to bring this issue to the parliament, and they have to discuss and to say and get the approval of the parliament. Perhaps with the brutal majority which the government is having today in the parliament, perhaps they may try to do it. And knowing this government well, sometimes in a hurry, they wanted this to be done in a very fast manner. So in the process, perhaps they may also bring an ordinance which is also totally undemocratic, because you have to amend where the discussion should take place, because it's the savings you are mobilizing. As you know that LIC has come into being, as stated, that you have to mobilize the savings of the people and should be used for people's welfare, people's money for people's welfare. This being the understanding of the Act of the Life Insurance Corporation of India, which has come into being in 1956, the government must do this. And for that they have to make a debate, they have to bring a debate in the parliament, and they have to discuss this. And as an organization, we wanted to meet all the private MPs. They are the representative of the people. They have assured the people that they will be looking after the welfare of the people. So we are meeting, our organization has already taken a very humble activity of meeting all the parliamentarians. Despite there is a corona and restrictions, we are trying, because as the trade union, as an All India Insurance Employees Association, we are committed to protect the Life Insurance Corporation of India at any cost. Therefore, we are approaching all the member of parliament, irrespective of their political parties. We are approaching everybody. We are seeking their help, and we say that LIC is the best institution. Please don't allow this to be divested, number one. Number two, we are also approaching very important personalities in the society, the representatives, the intellectuals, the advocates, the big people who have the voice in the society. We are approaching them, and we are seeking their help, and most of them, they are also big economists also, the renowned economists, what I mean. We are approaching them. We are...
Will there be any strike action like?
Yeah, that's what I'm coming to. See, we are approaching all democratic forms of norms we are trying to go through, and we are mobilizing the public opinion, including policy holders. We are going to approach them and say we are requesting through all these people, through MPs, to public representatives, the influential people in the society, and the policy holders as a trade unions together. We appeal, and we wanted the government to drop this idea totally, so that the LIC can give a better can take up the better responsibility of the society, and we can serve the society better. And if the government still, I hope that government, the wisdom should prevail, and they should drop this idea of listing of Life Insurance Corporation of India. If they do not, then we have no other alternative to resort to a strike, to invite the people attention, say that we are fighting for the Life Insurance Corporation of India. We wanted people's support in our struggle in defending the Life Insurance Corporation of India. And I am confident that today the brand value, the faith and the trust of the people are there with the Life Insurance Corporation of India. In that background, we are sure that we are going to get the support. Earlier, we have mobilized 1.5 crore signatures saying that when the insurance sector was privatized in this country. I am sure today, despite opening of the insurance sector, today the LIC is having 75% of market share, meaning that the people and the policyholders trust Life Insurance Corporation of India. When there is a danger to weaken such a wonderful institution called the Life Insurance Corporation of India, I am sure that when we approach the people are going to definitely help our cause, number one. Number two, there cannot be any compromise as far as we are concerned, and we assure the people, don't get scared. Here, a responsible trade union and the trade unions in Life Insurance Corporation of India will fight out to the last minute, and hope that the government, taking this opinion, being a democratically elected government in the democracy, we hope the government will certainly listen to the voice of the people and withdraw from the move to disinvest the public sector Life Insurance Corporation of India. We assure the policyholders, come what may, the good servicing will continue, and the fight to defend the life insurance also will continue. We request the people to support us in this patriotic struggle to defend this wonderful institution called the Life Insurance Corporation of India.
You told that you will be going on agitation if Government of India goes with unilateral decisions to divest LIC of India. But now the entire world is facing the coronavirus pandemic. In such a situation, how you are going to mobilize the people, and how you are going to organize the agitations against the moves of the government, please?
As far as LIC is concerned, even during this most difficult time of corona, we functioned as an office. We came to office and we started giving the service to the policyholders, because this being an essential service. So we continued with lots of difficulties. We continued. This is also a fact, but we also lost some of the employees during this time. They lost their life in serving the people. That is also true. And thirdly, during corona, as an All India Insurance Employees Association, we have mobilized around 5 crores of rupees across the country, and we distributed this amount among the migrant laborers, unorganized workers, various aspects. Even in some places, we have also distributed kit to the doctors, the hospitals. So we have did as a responsible trade union, we have done our bit during the corona period. That is our confidence. When we reached out to the people during the corona, not that we are only talking about our job and other things, we have reached out to the people, and people saw literally on the roads how we have reached out them. And I'm sure that this is the confidence when we serve the nation during Corona, when we have contributed whatever little we can do to the people of this country during Corona. I'm confident that the people will accept our argument on the question of protecting the Life Insurance Corporation of India. Yeah, there are huge loss of jobs and other things. Government, instead of listing the Life Insurance Corporation of India, government should concentrate in providing employment, giving some relief to such vulnerable sections of the people, so that together we can come out of this corona pandemic and we can come out of this economic crisis which we are going through, not only during corona period, but earlier also this has happened. The economic policies were totally a disaster in this country. The economic failure today, when you are trying to list the public sector, is due to the economic policies pursued by the government is main reason. Of course, corona also added to this problem. So today the finance minister say it's an act of God. We hope that act of God will also save Life Insurance Corporation of India. It doesn't disinvest Life Insurance Corporation of India.
Thank you very much, sir. Friends, now we heard Sri V. Ramesh, the President, All India Insurance Employees Association, and he is very clear and straightforward that in case Government of India divests any part of shares in LIC of India in the stock exchange, definitely their organization called All India Insurance Employees Association will be opposing vehemently and will seek the opinion of the entire society, especially from very important personalities like MPs. At the same time, they are going to mobilize the entire working class, and they will be going on strike even if the bill or ordinance is passed in the parliament. This is what we bring to you. Thank you.
Before I conclude, I request all the employees to be very safe and continue give a good service into the policy holders. I request policy holders also to stay safe and keep that physical distancing. I also appeal to the people of this country to be very safe, practice what's been told to you by the doctors, wear mask, be safe, don't unnecessarily come out in public, use sanitizers and keep your health because health is wealth after all. So stay safe and wishing you every success in all endeavors.